the revealed preference theory. Samuelson introduced the term revealed preference into economics in 1938. Since then, the literature in this field has proliferated. The revealed preference hypothesis is considered as a major breakthrough in the theory of demand because it has made possible the establishment of the law of demand directly on the basis of the revealed preference axiom. Without the use of indifference curves and all their restrictive assumptions regarding the ordering of consumer preferences, the revealed preference hypothesis has the advantage over the Hicks Allen approach of establishing the existence and the convexity of the indifference curves. Bracketed does not accept them axiomatically. However, the indifference curves are redundant in the derivation of the demand curve. We will first examine the derivation of the law of demand. We will then show how indifference curves can be established. Assumptions. Number 1 is rationality. The consumer is assumed to behave rationally in that he prefers bundles of goods that include more quantities of the commodities. Number 2 is consistency. The consumer behaves consistently. That is, if he chooses bundle A in a situation in which bundle B was also available to him, he will not choose B in any other situation in which A is also available. Symbolically, if A is greater than B, then B is not greater than A. Number 3 is transitivity. If any particular situation where A is greater than B and capital B is greater than capital C, then capital A is greater than capital C. Number 4 is the revealed preference axiom. The consumer, by choosing a collection of goods in any one budget situation, reveals his preference for that particular collection. The chosen bundle is revealed to be preferred among all other alternative bundles available under the budget constraint. The chosen basket of goods maximizes the utility of the consumer. The revealed preference for a particular collection of goods implies axiomatically the maximization of the utility of the consumer. Derivation of the demand curve. Assume that a consumer has the budget line AB in figure 2.15 and chooses the collection of goods denoted by point capital Z, thus revealing his preference for this batch. Suppose that the price of X falls so that new budget line facing the consumer is AC, capital A, capital C. We will show that the new batch will include a large quantity of small x. Firstly, we make a compensating variation of the income, which consists in the reduction of income so that the consumer has just enough income to enable him to continue purchasing capital Z if he so wishes. The compensating variation is shown in figure 2.15 by a parallel shift of the new budget line so that the compensated budget line A prime B prime passes through capital Z. Since the collection capital Z is still available to him, the consumer will not choose any bundle to the left of capital Z on the segment capital A prime capital Z because his choice would be inconsistent. Given that in the original situation all the batches on A prime capital Z were revealed inferior to capital Z. Hence, the consumer will either continue to buy capital Z bracket, in which case the substitution effect is 0 bracket close, or he will choose a batch on the segment capital Z capital B prime, such as capital W, which includes a larger quantity of small x, namely small x2, which is in first bracket. Secondly, if we remove the fictitious reduction in income and allow the consumer to move on the new budget line capital S capital C or AC, he will choose a batch such as capital N to the right of capital W in first bracket if the commodity small x is normal with a positive income effect bracket close. The new revealed equilibrium position capital N, which is in bracket first bracket, include a larger quantity of small x or small x3, which is in first bracket, resulting from the fall in its price. Thus, the revealed preference axiom and the implied consistency of choice open a direct way to the derivation of the demand curve. As price falls, more of X is purchased.